Welcome back there, fellow travelers and believers in the First Amendment. So that's what this one's about. We got ourselves a very confused dual citizen here, guy from Switzerland, trying to hang on to that middle of the road. He's a very proper gentleman. He's the kind of guy that'd proper you right into a concentration camp if he had the chance, without ever thinking twice about it. Oh, he might ponder it, but he'd rationalize it out pretty easily. If this guy hadn't triggered me with his one statement that you'll see coming up, I might have been able to go ahead and handle him a bit more gently, as it say. I don't know what I would say. Maybe able to reason with him, but there was, God, man, once you say something really stupid to me, I tend to go off the rails. And I guess that's part of the entertainment, isn't it? But okay, well, let's get into this one. And as I guess a YouTube obligation, if you like this video, like it. If you really care, share. And if you want to help me out, or help yourself out, because I ain't doing this for myself, pal. I ain't even doing this for the money, yo. The money would be nice, I'd like, because, that's what I'm asking for, huh? Some support. Because it's been costing me money to get out there and do these things lately. So, help me out, okay? Beyond hitting that like button and sharing, which is very important. You can go to my site, and of course, there's the buttons. There's a Patreon, there's the GoFundMe, and there's there's the shop. I really like it when you buy something. Of all the things, I really like that. So go do that, and let's get back on the streets. Okay, I might add that for some odd reason, the camera didn't go on for half this video, so you get to see some of my artwork, which isn't a bad thing. And I get to remind you one more time that you can get some of these wonderful, soon to hang in the Smithsonian and all galleries around the world, priceless works of art for a mere pittance. Yes. And you can even get on apparel so you can walk around, piss people off. So go do that. See you on the streets. What sense are you getting of what's going on politically?
Well, to me, I have a very strong opinion. So to me, the whole issue right now, to me, is untenable.
How's that?
Well, it's like, look, I voted for Trump, okay? Yeah. I'm an independent. I normally tend to vote Democratic. But I figure, Hillary, I wouldn't trust for the control.
What?
Okay, I'm candid, okay?
Yeah.
Candid, okay, that's my opinion. Yeah. I thought Trump, he's all bluster and pompous and so forth, and he's going to settle down once he becomes president. But, oh boy, how was I wrong?
But I don't think he's had an opportunity, or why should we want him to settle down? I mean, I think a lot of people put him in there because we needed someone to just come in.
That's why I voted. But kind of like some of the shit that he does do, it's to me, it's just not the right thing. He could achieve so much. He could settle down a little bit, look at things from a bigger perspective instead of sitting on a freaking call in the morning and tweeting because he's pissed off. That's my opinion, okay? So,
yeah, but in an instance, a lot of people, I'm speaking to a lot of people out here getting their opinion.
Right.
A lot of people like his direct contact with the people.
Look, he certainly has a base, okay? And he certainly kind of...
Okay, I guess you can all see where this guy's coming from. He has framed himself. He's put himself in I am the core, center of the road, middle of the road, common sense, We have to keep it civilized all the time, no matter what kind of guy. Well, he goes ahead and drags you off to jail and smashes your head in. Or at least gives the orders or condones it. Or looks the other way should it happen. Yeah, watch him. You'll see.
You know, he has been a little, in some respects, a little bit, you know, fresh breath of air in Washington. I don't deny that. But he needs to become, he has to understand there's the American population, and they're not only his base. We're calling ourselves, we're in a democracy. We're not in a democracy right now.
I guess now would have been a good time to inject and say, hey, you know, we've never been a democracy. It's a republic. I understand, but isn't the resistance right now, because it is the left that are doing things to try to silence the First Amendment? There is the left that does have the majority of the media. It is the left that does have Silicon Valley.
I do agree. By and large, our media is left wing. But to me, kind of the right-wing media is not any freaking better. Yes, they're in the minority, but they junk out shit that, where I come from in the country, they would all go to jail.
Hello. Man, that pretty much triggered me. They'd all go to jail. Oh, pray tell. Really? For what? These newscasters that you don't like would go to jail? And let's see if he's okay with that.
For inciting racial violence.
Give me an example.
Look, Hannity, for instance.
Yeah.
The guy will be in jail in Germany.
Why?
Because he incites, violence.
How does he incite violence? Give me an example.
He comes out and says, Hillary and this and that, and should go to jail, or.
Why should that incite violence?
No, it's not necessarily inciting violence, but kind of, He's
pointing out crimes that should be investigated and if found guilty.
It's just like hitting low level.
Okay, right about now, you got to be sitting there with your mouth open and your eyes all kind of scrunched up like mine are right now, and wondering what in the fuck is this guy talking about? I mean. One, he cannot articulate or define exactly. Oh, he's giving racial slurs. So what if he is? That just makes that would make him a bad commentator. But then give me an example. What's a racial slur? Oh well, about Clinton. Well, what about Clinton is? Well, you mean? And then it's that class thing. He's much about classes. Got to be proper. And it's the class thing, you can tell this guy is real worried about his station in life. Yeah, I'm real worried about his station in life, too.
I do agree we have a problem.
No, he's talking about you. Let's be specific here because I'm in the business.
Right, yeah.
And I listen to them all, and of course the job is to ferret out what is the truth or not. Absolutely. Now, you mentioned that he's inciting riots?
No, maybe. I spoke a little bit out of context. And kind of like, to me, how he talks, to me, it's just not.
No one's putting a gun to your head to say you listen to him. But why would you want to silence him?
No. I don't typically listen to him, but I get sound bites, when I kind of look at the media and what have you. But he has a very extreme position. Okay, at this point,
we're in extreme times.
But also we need to be a little bit more reconciliatory. It's a reconciliatory kind of.
And where does that start on the other side? Because what we're looking now, after a 2-year investigation, $24 million, we've got a porn star and some taxi cab vouchers. That's what we paid $24 million for. On the other side, we've got prima facie evidence evidence that this woman destroyed evidence.
True, but also we spent more than $24 million on a freaking Clinton investigation, which I agree he should have.
Which dug up crimes that should be prosecuted.
They didn't come up with anything. It lasted long.
The hell, they haven't come up with anything. I investigate this stuff. They've admitted to it. Hillary Clinton admitted to destroying 33,000 emails while under subpoena to turn them over. Now, people have gone to jail for a lot less than that. She ordered her staff to smash the iPhones and the hard drives with hammers while under subpoena to turn over the evidence. And she's walking free. So don't tell me. That woman needs to be in here, because now that he says it, he's speaking to a lot of people, because lock her up was not a campaign slogan. We're seeing a two-tier justice system. We're seeing a Department of Justice that was weaponized to keep this man out of the presidency, and then weaponized to go ahead and try to frame him by a dossier she paid for to go ahead and to use again to get Pfizer warrants to start a phony investigation on him that has lasted 2 years and brought us what?
Well, she didn't do the phony investigation.
It's on record. This is not even disputed. I would put it on. I put money up. I will put money up here. I put up a 10 to your 1. I'll put up 10 to 1. We can look it up. Everything I just said to you is a matter of record. And that's why everybody's going, where the hell is Jeff Sessions? Why isn't this guy? Look, the woman admitted to it.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we as a people, we have to have some sort of a dialogue and just not...
Wait, what? Excuse me, criminal. Excuse me, person that lied us into a war. Excuse me, person that got on their uranium one deal got $145 million, and we don't know what the American people benefited for. Excuse me, you criminal bitch. Let's compromise with that. Let's let her off, and they just say, well, hey, let's put the other people, the smaller people, the lesser people, you and me in jail. Let's keep that going.
I fully agree with you. I got freaking spit on the sidewalk and now end up in its lap.
This morning I woke up to this in England.
What they do to
this is what I woke up to in England. The headline this morning, right? They threw a candidate who's running for office there in jail for being out on the street like I am, quoting Winston Churchill. They threw him in jail.
So what did he quote of Winston Churchill?
Like what? It would make a difference? What difference does it make what he said? And again, in this case, right back into, is it proper? Is it proper? Because if he said the wrong thing, we're going to have to either throw him in jail or slit his throat. We have to silence him because if it's not proper. This guy, I don't know if he is a citizen. He said he was a dual citizen. I have no idea how he got a citizenship if he couldn't get past the First Amendment. I mean, it really doesn't surprise me too much that a lot of Americans don't know what it is, because, a lot of Americans just, take a lot of things for granted they don't know. But when you become a naturalized citizen, you actually study some of this stuff, and you appreciate coming from a country that does stifle free speech. I mean, even Londoners and Canadians have said they wish they had a Constitution and a First Amendment. They don't. We're very unique that way. And this guy throws it all away, just throws it all away because it's, he has to understand, is it proper or not? Whatever was said, is it proper? Fuck you. Is that proper? What difference would it make?
I don't know, Winston Churchill was a fairly controversial person.
So what?
Great politician, just like on the same level as to me as Theodore Roosevelt. Unfortunately, we don't have these politicians.
What difference would it make what he said? Does this guy have the right to stand on the street?
Absolutely.
Then why do they throw him in jail?
I have no idea. I don't know the facts.
What difference would it make what he said that Winston Churchill said?
I don't have the facts. So you mean something that...
Yeah, I read it. It was a statement Winston Churchill said about Muslims.
Okay. I have no idea. So
Islam.
I cannot judge. So.
Well, again,
no
matter what Winston Churchill says, does that politician have the right to say it?
You know, it depends. You know
what does it depend on? It's either free speech. What's acceptable to whom?
Look.
Acceptable to whom?
What we have in these countries, you know, we're evolving, okay, as a society.
Oh God, this guy's right out of Nazi Germany. Evolve. Yes, we're going to evolve. We're evolving into a more efficient, middle of the road. Can't have any radicals. Can't have any of those people that say things that upset me. This guy's sick.
And
we evolved to have the First Amendment and have the right to stay out here and say whatever I want without the threat of someone like you coming along and saying, what did you mean by that?
We're evolving as a society, not necessarily to the better, okay? Not necessarily better, but it was politically correct.
Yeah, especially
years
for
ago.
Guys like you in charge.
Well, like you. I don't want to be in charge. I just want to...
Yeah, but you vote.
Of course I vote.
But I want you voting for guys that are going to stop the First Amendment.
I don't vote for the people who stop the First Amendment because you can never revoke the First Amendment. Anyway, I think it looks like we have different opinions. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, let's hope we never meet on the battlefield.
Nice talking to you, sir.
Yes, sir. It was a pleasure. I'd work on that First Amendment thing, though. How you doing, brother man?
Pretty good.
You in the military? Tell me how I can tell. Stand up straight. You've been drinking. You'll always fall over. You bitch.